Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Sayin finds the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Hauls it in. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So Ball State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's 1 or 2 guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the gun, he'll try to throw. The sure hands, it's Ward. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Bring in the heat. And it's a sack. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Hauls it in at the 25. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Looking for his man in the middle. Snatches it on the right.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out and gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around.
Touchdown! Buckeye! Gets it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
Sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quarterback will keep it. Here's a little room there. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Run inside. It's Horton.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Cardinals are marching down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fellow? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun with just way too much penetration allowed up front, that defensive line just took that play.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push him upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Throw it, say it. He lobs one high down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. First quarter in the books. Let's see how these two wide receivers are stacking up so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running inside, it's Jackson. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step 1 today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Sayin to throw. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Sayin back to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to...
Could be an alley. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Say it. He lofts one down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Cardinals sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Over the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. On the ground with the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Say it. He's got him. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Horton. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Under fire. And down he goes. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard.
He's got it for a big play. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Buckeye! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Horton. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Back to throw time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Hamilton. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most.
He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the North Texas Mean Green.
And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, I caught up with the Ball State head coach at the half. His biggest frustration right now is not being more productive on offense. He understands that this home environment is a challenge. Communication has been an issue at times, but he said they are just out-toughing us at the line of scrimmage. He said we've got to start establishing our rhythm, get into a rhythm, and start making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the move. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with a big one.
Back to pass. Smith with the grab over the middle. Tackled there by the defense. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Julian with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man all by himself. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. To throw, it's Sayed. Trying to bowl his way in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for this offense. Again, it's Sayed. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, because you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the delay, it's Horton. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it.
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And it looks as if there will be no return here. Out of bounds. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing late in the game with...
Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. There's never a good time for it, but, man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tavian St. Clair. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
They go play action with St. Clair. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. One final play before the end of the quarter. Running inside. It's Horton. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First carry of the season. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. On the option. He'll toss it. Maybe a crease. They knock him down after an explosive play, and it was all because of the perfectly timed pitch. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Jackson. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thompson. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. He's open on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns here, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Making side adjustments here. In the red area, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Might have a chance. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, we could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Thompson. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I think this offense is all but surrender, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on Ohio State's sideline, this has been a really positive start for this transfer tight end. He came in with a lot of preseason hype, but he has delivered here in his first start. They have gone to him early and often, and he has lived up to all the hype. He's getting along with his teammates, joking, laughing down here on the sideline. This seems like it is a good fit for this team. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Throwing St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Fires to the right. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times. So here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel. Gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Release to the back. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Ball State offense ready to start this drive. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.